Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thursday in the stock market, August 12th. We're going to go over some GME technical analysis, look at this SPY all-time highs yet again, do some option plays, and show you what's going on there. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We've got this Twitter and this Discord. You're welcome to join us. Just put up the video on the shareholder results from our community. Check that video out. Very, very positive. Very cool results. SPY is still going up. New all-time highs today and yesterday and the day before, and not that day, but then this day, and then not these days, but then that day, and then not those days, but this day. So yeah, all-time highs today again, and it's just chugging along up there. Very low volume these last like week or so. Not very low. Yeah, it's quite low. And we've had divergences in the MACD here, signaling of a reversal. We also, let's see, we didn't have it there. We've actually got some. Yeah, it might just keep going. Who knows when that'll stop. One thing though, I think when GME starts squeezing, that will pull this down, and SPY might not. It might just keep going until that happens. We've been actually bearish on the MACD since back here 8.6, and then just today with this kind of breakout. Now the MACD's turned bullish. Now got actually strength, some green over the 9 moving average, but oh so quickly it's in overbought territory already. So could be another blow off the top, or another fake one, or another false breakout, which, you know, that's a real breakout. But I don't think it's going to break out. At the most, I think we'll just kind of keep melting up, and then probably just do some more of this stuff, another little drop, and then keep melting up. I don't think we'll have a strong, not even that. Been a while. Anyways, yeah, so SPY plays they're not working in my favor, but you gotta just wait on them little by little. GME on the other hand, looking very nice. We've got about half an hour to close. It's just coming back down to VWAP right now, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked on this chart and the price action I saw this morning on it. Today's volume is a little bit higher than yesterday's. Just so we've got a half an hour and we're at 1.1. Yesterday's 9:38. So we'll probably close about 1.2, maybe a little bit more. And building volume, increasing volume, and green. That's what you want to see. When you see bigger volume and you see it being positive, that's a good thing. This big volume on red, that was the rebalancing, so it's kind of different. But yeah, so we've got a bullish crossover in the MACD. This will be the third day of that. And now we have green candles over the 9 moving average. So that's two good indicators. Our short-term moving average has stayed above our long-term. That's always bullish when your short-term is above your long-term. And just where the short-term and long-term are in relation to this long-term 180 moving average, because we're bouncing off of it, it would appear. This still could turn into this, even though we're bullish on all these fronts on the daily. What I'd like to see is probably another retest at some point. We don't have to before we rally, but if it does come down, you know, another retest would confirm this more for me. That it's not just one of these, because right here we had this little bounce, and then if it came down and hit there and kind of came back up, yeah, that's what I would like to see. But since it didn't do that, broke that support, bad. So now at this point, it doesn't have to retest or come down. It can just kind of consolidate and drag up slowly, and then I guess the next confirmation for me would just to be breaking resistances and kind of making new highs. And so this is the next shortest term one I see right here, is this 166.9. So I don't know if we'll break that tomorrow. We might, towards the very end of the day, we might just have a rip into close, or tomorrow might be kind of flat again, or even a little bit red, just some more consolidation. But as long as we're staying bullish, as long as we're staying above the 9 moving average, our MACD is staying up, we're doing good. Consolidation is totally fine. And it's fine that this starts slow. Back here, we had this and then this. Remember, I started to get hyped. I was starting to get hyped right here. I was like, all right, this could be the bottom. It wasn't confirmed yet. It's much more confirmed now that we've crossed over this, that we have this. If I was a trader, not looking at anything else, this would be an entry point for me. I'd go in a little bit with it. I wouldn't go super heavy because I see this pattern back here and I wouldn't want to repeat that. So that's where I say breaking resistances. If it was up here and we saw this kind of here and then I saw a test and then come up and break this resistance, then yeah, for sure. But even the shorter term, I would jump in on this just because 9 over the green or green over the 9, MACD crossover, and then the moving averages. This is really good. Seeing it use this 180 as a support line. So yeah, that's a good way for me to know about getting in and out. So if it's something I get into, then I'd get into, and this isn't something I would go basically short at this point because of all the indicators as far as with puts or however you do it. So I've closed out any call credit spreads. I guess I haven't had any for a while, but the covered calls I had, I closed out of them. The premium's too low. If I get, we haven't had a whole lot of movement. So the IV is somewhat high, but not super high. So when it starts going, I'll start selling covered calls once I feel like it's at the top. If it hits a top this time, if it hits a 350 or something. So this is looking very similar to back here now. Back here, we kind of traded flat and we're in this range for a couple weeks and then rallied. We haven't done that. We've just been melting down up here. But that doesn't mean that we have to trade in a range like that for another couple weeks. It doesn't, it doesn't mean that. This time it can just rip. Back here, it started slow, just like it's doing now. It started on slightly less volume. I want to actually show you this. So this was like 5.8. So we're looking for, so these were just nice little green days. Didn't break new resistances. We had a kind of just a flat day consolidation. Kind of consolidated some more. Volume was pretty much average. And then, yeah, then you see it breaking that resistance. When you break a resistance, you get a big pop. You get a big pop. This is on a daily. I mean, you can see this on a minute chart, whatever. You're gonna see it pop through and volume. So this was big right here. This was the big indicator. This is what I'm looking for. Breaking resistances, and then if there's any kind of volume like this, that'll be very good. And if you follow this after that, yeah, next day was huge. Then it kind of consolidated for a couple days. But you see there's big ranges in there, a lot of volatility. You kind of got to hold through that and zoom out and look at the bigger chart. See, these days had big swings with 224 up to 262. This thing opened up at 262 and came all the way down here. It's like, it's selling off. No, it's all above the moving average. MACD is good. It's just consolidating here. Because see, this RSI was way overbought back here. Way overbought. So it just chilled out, consolidated another day. RSI came down. And then it just slowly rallied, a little more consolidation. And then just rallied, and then big rally, blow off the top. And that's when it ended. That candle right there. But as you see, this one started slow. And when this started slow, I wasn't convinced when this came up, because the last experience I had with GME ripping, well, I saw it in January, but then once I was really watching it close was this time when it didn't start slow at all. And I had calls that cost me nothing for 60 something strike these days. And then this happened, and this was not slow. This was explosive. So I was looking for this up here. And then we broke this new high. I haven't had exposure. We broke this new high, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. It's not explosive. But I just, too narrow-minded and wasn't thinking it can be different than last time. So got to keep an open mind. Just trust your indicators, trust your TA. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this one started slow. It really started back here real slow. And at this rate, what we're seeing right now, I'll show you, but this rate for calls, like depending on your strike and the premium you paid, this might just be the rate that those stay at, like break even. So yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, yeah, this started slow, and then once it broke resistance, then it picked up a lot, and we got all that volume. It went crazy. So up here, still, real low volume. It's still early, but this low very well could be you know, just has to continue. Very well could be something like this. These days we're a little bit bigger, true. But this, yeah, I'm thinking it is right now. If something changes, if we kind of hit a resistance on this top end of the, you know, wherever it is up here, I don't even know. I just have to extend it actually. Let's see, extended. Do a line something like that. You know, if it doesn't, if it hits a lot of resistance here and then kind of comes back down, then it'd be like, okay, what are we looking for? We're looking for it to hold support down here. And it might hit resistance here and come back and hold support and then break out. Or it could just break out of that straight away. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good resistance line right there. So right now we haven't like broken out of that, but that's why it's still, all the indicators are looking good, but we need to start breaking resistances. Like this 166 will be nice. Might break it tomorrow, might not be till next week. Might have to come retest. But I've got calls. And what I was saying, so I got calls somewhere here. My strike is Friday, September 3rd. So I maybe paid a little, no, actually I got them on this day. So even from this day to now, they haven't decayed too much. Today they've come up some, but just to show you with this amount of price action, there's still premium, quite a bit of premium baked in. I mean, my calls are pretty far out of the money actually. If I got closer to the money, they probably wouldn't have lost any value. And I kind of wanted to just watch them honestly, just to see and be able to scale into them. But I'll just look at these specific calls with you. 315 calls, so pretty far out of the money. These are for kind of that top peak. If we don't break out that, I want these in the money. So they're down 26%, but that's actually pretty slow. It's not terrible. I mean, there is some time on it, but yeah, once we have a little bit of velocity and volume, those will flip from negative 26 to positive 30, positive 40. Just like it happened here. If you bought calls here and they had that strike with that same date, they would have probably slowly lost value until this day, and then boom. And we might not get it in the day. It might be an extended hours thing, an announcement, a tweet, announcement from GameStop, whatever, after hours pre-market, and it's gonna rally. And your shares are good then, but your options, you can't get anything until the market opens. So yeah, that's what I've got for that. SPY trying to rip new all-time highs. I just gotta do it for the clan. Favorites. And our plays, did I do anything today? Just SPY, sold to close. What is this? Sold to close a put. I guess I had a put. Oh, that was from yesterday. That expired. Yeah, didn't do anything today, which I am happy about. Just watched. So put credit spread. This will be nice. Nice little premium sell. If GME stays above 155 by tomorrow close. These short puts I sold. I'll have to roll these over again, just because they're still in the money, and I want to keep collecting premium until they get out of the money, and then I'll probably close them and buy the shares, or not sure what I'm going to do yet. 400 shares here, and then this is the right to, I think, 500 shares. Yeah, and then we've got a couple other accounts with more shares. There's some other runners today. Airbnb, so I got Airbnb for earnings. These calls are up 56%, actually not bad. I should probably even sell those. I think earnings are today after hours. And then this put credit spread for Airbnb. Viacom. I was kind of hoping that was gonna like short squeeze. Astra, this thing's pumping again. Paid a lot. Or no, that's a debit spread. Yeah, it's a debit spread. Rocket. So Rocket actually has earnings after hours also. Our Nautilus shares are up today. Yeah, that's pretty much it for those plays. Confluent was ripping today. I already sold I had a short put on Confluent for the long term. It was up like 90%, so I just closed that, which was fine. There's not much premium left. And then I had those calls on Confluent that I already actually closed, which is crazy. Yeah, this thing just wants to keep running. Nice little consolidation, little floor, and just rallying. Today was another big day. This thing IPO'd down here, rallied, insiders sold off, found a floor, and just it's going for it again. I wanted my long term. That's the problem with selling puts. if you don't get exercised on it, She's gonna be chasing it by selling premium all the time. We'll see. It's overbought now, so I'm not gonna buy it up here. But when it comes down, I'll probably sell some more puts on it. Thanks for watching, guys. That's what I got for you today. Sub up, like up, comment down. This is looking good. I like it. MACD on the hourly even is bullish. We've got nice, steady climbing action over this 9 moving average. Again, same kind of pattern. Grind up 5-6%, sell off maybe 2-3%, another 5-6, sell off a little bit. Today was just a little bit of a climb, but that's because we're getting closer to this kind of resistance line maybe. So yeah, as long as we're consolidating, this MACD is going to stay bullish. For this to turn back bearish, we'd have to have a big down day. We'd have to break this support for this to be bearish tomorrow. So even if we come down and test these 151s, 150s, this will most likely still be bullish on the momentum. So we're still Gucci. Sorry, I hate that phrase. Okay, have a good one, guys. Peace out.